Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Try Shadowhand. I've put a VOD up probably earlier in the day of me playing this on Twitch, and I figured I also wanted to do a Let's Try video for people who don't want to watch Twitch VODs. They might want to watch this. So this is a strategy RPG card game with solitaire. It's by Great Alien Games. I've played one of their games before on the channel, which I will link down below. I believe that was Regency Solitaire, and I really enjoyed that game. It was just a game that I could just zone out and play, and I really like that. That's why I love solitaire, even if I'm really bad at it, because I miss things a lot. That's what makes it the worst to stream. People say it's painful to watch me play it, so of course you get to watch me play it right now. So what do I have wrote down here that I should mention? It is currently £11, no, it's currently £10.25, sorry, on the UK Steam store, but that's because there is a 10% off for the first week. However, the usual price is £11.39. I was sent a code for this to try out. When I tried it out on stream, it didn't have, it wasn't the final build, so it didn't have like achievements or anything in that. So as we play this and go along, we will most likely see some of the achievements that we can, I guess, achieve. Yeah, that's the word. I'm doubling down in that one. So I'm just going to continue from chapter 5. Now I believe I played up to only about maybe chapter 3 or something during the stream, and I played a little bit off camera just because I was like, hey, I want to play Shadowhand, I want something relaxing. And I was like, okay, but now I need to record it because I just really enjoyed this and I want to show it off. So we're on chapter 5. Now we do have a little bit of a story going on here. This one, I'm assuming we're attending a masquerade ball in which Lady Cornelia Darkmoor reprises her role as a fine lady. I am playing in normal mode because I am bad. Actually, no, you know what? I'm done making that joke. I can play in normal mode if I want to. I get the most enjoyment out of the game if I play normal mode. There we go, doubling down in that. Now here we have the magistrate. Aha! Lady Cornelia Darkmoor is finally here. All the guests have now arrived. Lady Cornelia must come into her majority soon. Is that not so? Yes, she may control her own fortune when she's 21 in the estate of Darkmoor until she marries. Peregrine Flush has been managing it all for her meanwhile. Sterling chap. Absolutely. A gentleman with all our best interests at heart. Ooh, we have some weird masks in front of here. So our chapter goals are to master a new skill, achieve a combo of 10, and defeat the chapter boss. So we are in our, I guess, pupil clothes right now. So I'm not wearing my mismatched, colourful outfit that I've been equipping as we went along with the past chapter. So I will definitely try to show that off during this video. Because it doesn't really take too long to do a chapter, but occasionally I will just replay if I don't get like 3 gold stars, because there's no harm in it. Also, again, I will say there are times that I will miss things. I don't really tend to use the undo button when that happens because I just like playing on, but people get annoyed at me for doing that, and I don't understand why people get annoyed at me not undoing mistakes and instead continuing to play on after making a mistake. Because I think it's more fun that way. But, you know, that's a tangent for another day. So we have masquerade cards. Masquerade cards need to be played twice to remove them. Okay. So we also have 2 kind of like our active abilities down here. We have Shadowhand, which is an active ability that shuffles the playfield cards. We are fully charged up, so we can use that at the moment, along with the Charging Stallion that removes 2 random playable cards from the playfield. So I think we'll go ahead with the Charging Stallion first. Or will I? Yeah. Okay, so we can play that one now. And now this is where I basically feel like I turn into Bruce Forsyth going, is it higher or lower? Is it higher or lower? I need a 0. A 0. I need a 0. Or I need a 2. Neither of which I have here. Now I could shuffle the cards, so I'm gonna do that. Now we have a 2 here. Sweet. No 3s, no 1s. So again, just a relatively straightforward kind of solitaire mechanic But a lot of the mechanics that surround this game is what makes it really interesting to me. And I can see a lot of people wanting to really kind of dive deep into the more kind of strategy and ability side that I never really get too deep into games with. But there's definitely interest there. And that's a lot of why I wanted to show off Regency Solitaire to begin with, especially because there were a lot of people who would watch my channel who really like strategy games. And so do I. But I'm not particularly strategy minded. I try to be. I try to learn. I still enjoy playing the games, but I definitely am someone who learns more by doing and making mistakes and then being able to take a step back and try and problem solve from there, rather than just being able to sit in front of the screen and be able to work things out. And when I first started kind of playing Regency Solitaire, I know I got a few comments confused or kind of enjoying the novelty of just being like, oh, haha, Solitaire, now come on, play a real game. But this is a real game. Like, Solitaire is, correct me if I'm wrong, it's a game. And there's so much interesting things behind it, and especially I do see it as some form of strategy or some form of strategical thinking that has to go into playing the cards. Now, again, a lot of how I play is just essentially clicking things. Essentially in all games, that's how I play. If you followed my channel for a while, you've probably worked that one out on your own. But yeah, there are a few people that the moment I got my hands on this game and I tried it out, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to recommend this game because I know a few people who would enjoy that. I maybe should have played the 2. Oh well, I can now. No 3 or a 1. Okay, so we can use the key card to unlock that. Now we have no 8s or 6s. I am especially trying to be a bit speedy as I'm playing the cards here as well, because otherwise there would be almost like lulls in silence, which again is kind of the reason, especially when I'm streaming and recording, that I will miss things, because I'm trying to be entertaining at the same time. Trying being the operative word, hopefully succeeding, but you know, that's for all of you to let me know, hopefully. 1 or 3, nope. 0, and when we get 0 we can play a 9. 9 or a 1. We don't have an 8, and we don't have a 0 again. 4, 5. I do have some abilities enabled, which I will show after this. I will show like the equip screen. So that's why occasionally cards will drop. 5. Need a 6 or a 4, neither of which is there. No 0 or 2. Come on, give me cards. Oh no, I did say I wouldn't undo, so doubling down. That's the one time that I noticed, and I was like, oh, I should undo. 3. Okay, 8. We'll go for the 7 rather than playing the 9, because it at least gives us access to that 5, which we can play now. That card drops. Now we just need a 9 or a 1. Please. Please? 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 Oh. Well, we got 2 stars. Now, again, this is where I kind of really get the enjoyment out of this game, is just replaying and seeing what I can kind of accomplish from there. However, I'm going to play on just so I can show you the different kind of things that we've got going on in each chapter. Lady Cornelia, I've had barely any sleep, but thankfully I've made it to the magistrate's ball to keep up appearances. Everything that happened last night must remain a secret. Lady Cornelia, I trust you're well? As your guardian, I have been most concerned as to your whereabouts. One of our coaches is missing, along with Mariah and the coachman. Thank you for your solicitude, Peregrine. I am quite well. I believe Mariah is visiting a sick friend in Bristol overnight, and I said she could take the coach. You may be a duke's daughter, but that was irresponsible. The roads are getting more dangerous. A soldier was killed last night whilst on patrol. On the subject of Mariah, your former governess seems to have some unsavoury matter to discuss. I'm sure it's nothing of consequence, Peregrine. I can hear jingling in the background as my cats are playing with toys right now. So apologies if that's picking up in the microphone, but you know, they're keeping themselves occupied. I will show the equip screen. So here we have my lovely look that we've got going on. I think it is the height of fashion. I feel like the pink really matches the yellow. Now we can see I am a level 4 here. I have mostly been putting things into luck because then I can remove an extra playable card and I kind of see value in that, even if the current value is only 3%. We have a willpower of 2, so the willpower charges our active abilities faster. Insight, we start hand with cards face up. We have Guile, which is find more jokers and spare cards, which hopefully I will come across in the next game so that I can show you how those work. We have Finesse, cheat, draw better stock cards, which, you know what, I feel like I need to put some in there as well. We can double gold under cards. I haven't really been focused on the gold as much because I find I just earn it, which, wow. Wow. That's a sentence. I don't have to worry about money, I just come across it. Now we can see some of our stats down here, which I think is what's going to have some people really kind of interested in this game. The kind of depth that we have going on here. We've got our weapons, so our right weapon has a 25% chance to pierce, and our left weapon has a 25% chance to bleed, and our combos start at 5. Now, you can see from... How do I get my weapons up? Am I clicking the wrong thing? I guess I can't actually show my weapons or anything at the moment, but, you know, you can see right there, I've got a big fucking sword, and also a gun. And also I have passive abilities enabled here, which is 1 card fewer needed to start the combo with the hand amulet and an affection ring. Now I do feel like I've just kind of gave a whole bunch of information at once there that I haven't really expanded upon. But you will just learn from playing the same way that I'm still basically learning what I'm doing. Like in general, in life, but also in this game. So play. So... we need a 2, but we have a 0. We have a couple of zeros up here. And we also have a 1, so I could do 0, 1, 0. 9, so I do see a 9. Okay, we'll go for that. 0, 1, 0, 9. We have an 8. We can do that 7. We can get that 6. We can go down to 5. We can grab the 4. And that's it. So... Glad we accomplished that at least. I could have taken that another direction and tried to get like 6, 7, and obviously, oh, I just punched the microphone there. Apologies, hopefully that didn't pick up. Clearly I was so enraged at having to break my combo. But I could have done that a different way where you can obviously, for example, I could go 6, 7. Okay, that's a bad example, but say I had like 6, 7, and then like another 6. So there are little different things that you can do there that, you know, you really should take a moment to stop and look at your cards other than just diving in for the first card that you see, which is basically my method. Now, a 1 or a 9, neither of which I see. Well, now I see a 1. 2. Is it 4? Okay, so we'll do the... Yeah, the 6. And then the 7, then the 6. Which is basically me showing off exactly what I wanted to show off there. Thank you, game. Thank you for having my back. 6 or an 8, neither of which I see. Now we do want to try and get this suit lock away. So we want to play cards matching the suit shown until that reaches 0, because I want to get to that key to be able to unlock this part here in the center. Now I don't see any 0s and I don't see any 8s. There is a dueling mechanic as well that hopefully we will see in this chapter. As you can see, we have 6 games to this chapter. 0, 9 or a 1, neither of which I see. 3. Oh. No, I could do the 4. I could do that 4. But it only drops the mask, so I'm not really revealing anything new. Although I'm not really revealing anything new with this one either. But I could play a 2. I played a 2, which gave us the 3, 4, and unfortunately no more 3s. However, I am gonna shuffle the cards, because I like using those the moment it pops up. 3, 4, 3. We're still not really anywhere close to being able to unlock that. want to be able to play that 1. It's the only one I'm seeing with the suit at the moment. Same for over here, actually. We want to be able to get the ones with the cups. 8, 8, 5. And we'll do the Charging Stallion. So this is, I feel like this is definitely, oh no. Every time. Like, you know, I try not to use the undo button, but when the card shakes and then I realise I fucked up, that's when I get kind of sad. We'll play a 0. Oh dear. Yeah, this is definitely going to become my off-camera game for at least a while, just because, well, first of all, it'll run on my laptop, which is always a pro, even though really I said to myself that my laptop is only really going to be used for university work, but you can't spell uni without I need games. You can spell it without that, but you need the I, and sometimes you need to focus on that I. We can play that 5. Oh, we got a finessed, which means I can do 3. I think we'll use, yeah, we'll use that too because I want to get that, and then grab that 1. Grab that 2. Okay. Still can't get to that key. Sin, no. Ideally. Well, I mean, maybe not. Darn. So we got no stars for that, unfortunately. We'll move on. We'll see what happens from there. Okay, so I'm gonna have to tilt my head here. What do I see? Now I have a 5. Could play the 6, but the 6 has a masquerade thing on it, which I wouldn't really be revealing anything, whereas I can play the 4, the 5, and then one of the 6s. And get some more benefit out of it. No 5s, no 7s. Now, if the next game that we do is not a dueling one, I will try and see if I can back out into a different chapter to be able to show that off. If not, I will pause the recording and try and get it to a duel part, because I think that's a thing that people might be very interested in the game. How it deals with the dueling system. 1 or 3, nope, 8. Oh dear. Well, I can play it now. 7, 6, see, this is how you learn from mistakes. 5 or a 7, neither of which I am seeing. 5, 2. Oh no. Oh, that was just a bad move. How did that, what was that? What was I doing? What was I thinking? What was I even doing there? 6, 7, or a 5. Oh, well, can I blame my cat who has now decided to drop a toy at my feet? 5. Not seeing anything else. Oh, learn from past mistakes. There are plenty of 2s. Don't just go ahead clicking on. Also, the Joker card, to explain. The Joker is wild. You can play it at any time and place any card on top of it. I try to save those for when I'm just feeling really particularly stuck. We'll play the 4. 3. Play that 2, maybe? Yeah, we have a bunch of 0s now. 5, 6. Move the 8, so we can play that 9, and then one of the... Go for that one, maybe. The 0. Oh, maybe I should have went for that one. Zero. Can play a 0 on a 9. Go for this one. I might play the Joker card now. Hey, Katie, you having fun with that toy? I don't really see it being beneficial though, because I'm not really seeing anything that I might be able to combo over it. Like, it'd be one thing if I could play the Joker and then be able to do like a 0, 1, 2, 3, you know, so on. 6. Maybe that's 7. And so we've got a 9. But unfortunately, no 8s and no 6s. Now, we can do that now. 0, 9, and I think we'll play another 0. That one. Well, that worked out to my favourite. Drop that one anyway. Okay. 6, 7. And we'll shuffle the cards. 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I think 8, then 9, then 0, then 1, then 2. So we've managed to achieve one of our chapter goals here, which is to get a combo of 10. We'll pick up the spare card. So the spare card is, it can be played at any time, but you must place a card one higher or lower on top to continue. So we can go 2, and then may as well play the 3. And we've got a combo of 13. I'm pretty happy with that. We'll end combo. We're almost building up our charging stallion again. But unfortunately not quite enough. Now, I could do, I'll do the Joker just to show this off here. And use, we got a 0, we can do the 9, 0, and just a small combo, 1. I don't really feel like using the Charging Stallion for now. I feel like this might be us for this. Now we got 1 star. We did good. We did good. I'd prefer 3 gold stars. Now, I will see if the next one is a Duel. This seems quite an extravagant party for country gentlefolk of modest means. Something tells me the very fine brandy came from France via Captain Dread. Lady Cornelia, isn't this a lovely ball? Have you tasted the magistrate's exceptional brandy, a rare treat in this unsophisticated backwater? It is very good. I wonder how you got hold of it. Aha, I'm glad you asked. There is a little scheme that he included, as in to obtain some luxury items. There is a little scheme, rather. Do speak to us somewhere more private later if you're interested. Also, did you know that a most fascinating chevalier, a French spy no less, is here visiting from London? It is said they can pass as a woman or man, and even fence in petticoats. I must meet with them. Maybe they'll fence with me. Their talents in swordplay and disguise are intriguing. You must seek them out. I think we shall quest instead for more brandy. And we do actually have a duel here, so we're going to be dueling the person that we were just talking about. Bonsoir, mademoiselle. You're here to improve your fencing, n'est-ce pas? I apologise, I am bad at French. I try, but I am bad. So we want to score 40 points to win. This is a training session. So let's go ahead with the duel. We've got 2. We've got no 3s or 1s, but we have got this. So that's something. Now we want to try and build up a combo, or not exactly a combo. We want to be able to basically build up a charge to be able to use this sword here, which is not one of our usual swords, because again, this is just training. We have a scoreboard up here. Apologies while I take a drink. Okay, so we'll play this 6. Again, we could play that spear at any time, but I feel like it might be more beneficial now, to be honest, because we can do the 8, 9, 8. Now we could do 9, 0 or 7, 6, 5. Yeah, 7, 6, 5. Go where the combo takes us. Okay, I'm not seeing a 3, I'm not seeing a 5, and we can use this now, which should give us a damage of, or at least it's capable of damage of 15. Each hit is worth 10 points, as a 20% chance to counterattack. So we'll go for it. Now, another thing that I'm noticing while we're on the training as well is, in proper duels at least, now you can hover over them and get stats. but there will be kind of their HP and stuff as well. 7, 8, 9, 0, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, charge, hit. We countered it and we got victory. I appreciate that I was kind of all over the place here. You know, I've got 2 stars, I failed, I've got 1 star, I've got 3 stars. I was really just wanting to show off, like, all possible outcomes about this game. But this is where I'm going to wrap up this video here. I hope you enjoyed this video. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I am streaming again. Depending on my anxiety, frankly, because wow, I get anxious. I get really anxious about the thought of going live, and conquering that is hard, but I'm managing, I'm getting there. So be sure to try and check out my Twitch. I'll let people know in advance on my Twitter whether I will be streaming or not, which my Twitter is like the best place you can get like any information on me. So if you were interested in that part of the video where I mentioned stream, well, that information there is for you. But for everyone else, I hope I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.